Okay, here we have some just grid paper that I got at Walmart. You can get this, you know, at the Walmart, Walgreens, whatever. I have a ruler and then I have a pencil. I'm just gonna quickly do this. So I'm gonna draw, first I'm gonna follow a line straight down, and I'm just gonna make a line, and that's gonna act as the center of my face. I want to first count over, pick anywhere on this line, count over 2 dots or 2 lines and make a dot. And then same thing, but we're gonna go, this is the bottom of the brow, so you can do that on both sides. And then the top of the brow, we're gonna go up 2 and make a dot there, okay? Then we're gonna come over here, and I'm gonna just work on one brow really quick. I'm gonna count over 7 from this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm just gonna make like a light little line. This is where my arch is gonna go. So there's 7 over, I'm actually gonna come to the top here. So I have 7 over, and I'm gonna go up 1 dot. Okay, so then our form of our brow is gonna go up this way just a little bit, okay? Now when we come over and we make the bottom of our arch, we know that it's directly down from that dot, but it wouldn't be it wouldn't be the same thickness as the front. It's thinner, but it wouldn't be 1 because that would be too thin. So we're gonna go about 1 1 1/3 or so, okay? That'll be different on everybody, but just for practice purposes, we're doing that. Then from this front part and at the arch line, so 7 here, we're not making a dot, but we're gonna find the tail. So we're gonna go from this line over, we're gonna go 3, 1, 2, 3. But we could make a line here, that's fine, because you don't want the tail of your brow to ever be lower than the front of your brow, so it needs to be somewhere in here. So I don't want it to line up with my front of my brow. I want it to be a little above just to give an eye lift. So I'm gonna go like halfway in there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna do that same thing over on this side. So counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then up 1, that's the top of my brow arch, and then down 1, and then about 1/3. And then we're gonna go over 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna go about the middle there. And I'm just trying to make those equal on both sides. Now, that's my 5 dots that you learned in class, or like if you were mapping out, those are your 5 dots. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly just connect those with my pencil and my ruler. They're going to be very straight. You are going to feel like the arch is way too pointy. That is okay and normal because we will soften that next. So connect those dots. Okay, and then we're doing the same on this side. Okay, so there we are. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to soften this arch here, okay? So we're gonna do that by coming in here, following this line a little bit, and we're just gonna ever so slightly curve a line here because we're not gonna want our arch to be pointy like that. And then same from here, you wanna just slightly curve that. And then you'll go in and you can erase your dot. Make sure your line's dominant. There, you can see it. Erase the bottom of that. Obviously on a person, you can erase this with a Q-tip or a micro brush. And make sure at your tail that you're getting it nice and crisp. Okay, so the point of this is I just erased what I did there. Whoopsie. Sorry. Soften that. And then erase this part, not the bottom part that you just drew. Sorry about that. So see how that's nice and soft. And then a pointy tail. So we just want to practice getting like the fronts of your brow to connect to the arch of your brow in a very crisp straight line, okay? You want it to still be above this point, but you want to have a nice angle going on there and then soft here, but you really want to work on this being straight from here to that. We don't want to come down and get like this bulb in the front, okay, where you have a slight angle going on here, and then you're gonna get too rounded there, and we don't want that. We want a pretty nice straight transition there. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna do the same thing, soften that corner there, soften this corner here, make that nice and crisp. Okay, so again, you got your corner here on the tail. That's nice and crisp. We're gonna round this out and make sure that your connection from here to here is straight. Okay, that's how you're going to practice drawing eyebrows and get in the habit of getting this nice shape. Now, yes, of course, you're going to have clients that come in and they maybe want, you know, something that is a little bit higher of an arch, and you know, you're of course you're going to have that, and you have to base everything off of, you know, your client's face and thickness and all of that. But no matter what shape you end up going with on a client, you're always going to have a crisp tail. You're always going to have, I mean, some people might want a little bit more pointed up here, absolutely. And so you might have to adjust that, but the transition from your arch to the front of your brow is still always going to be pretty straight. It's not going to come down and have this bulb here in the front and, you know, go up and round out like this. This isn't going to be our typical client. Okay, so let's work on getting a shape like this, where it's a little bit more crisp and uniform.